Winnerbracket Quarterfinal here in the American region. It finally starts. It is Canada versus New Zealand in these two fine chaps. Insup versus Ceron. Undead versus, now confirmed, definitely Night Elf. Insup was in a tiebreaker already against Kiwikaki. He could have be in the main event already, but he got a little smacked by his teammate Kiwi, and so he has to play the close qualifier as one of the top seeds, and he's facing Ceron coming from the open qualifier number 2, also as a replacement because Pride couldn't attend. So last minute sign up by Ceron, and Insup definitely the favorite here. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, and Insup, interesting little story there, a little side note. He lost to Kiwi 3-1 in the qualifying match to get into the either the next tournament or this one, the closed qualifier, and he lost 3-1 and then goes on ESL Cup that same day, and I think he 2-0'd Kiwi right after that. Yeah. Which is, and he played out of his mind. He goes on to the finals against Hitman. Hitman even said, like, wow, he played really good. Like, that was, I mean, it was a 3-0, but that was like the closest 3-0 I've ever seen Insup against Hitman. He played extremely well, so if he keeps up his form, I would be terrified to be from New Zealand right now.
Yeah, me too. This is not going to be easy at all. Insup sometimes, I think, needs some time to get into shape. Like, he's not a Hitman guy who can get out of bed onto the keyboard and play as crazy as Hitman does. He's a little warm up here and there, which is not wrong, and he had quite some time today as he was waiting like 1 hour. So he should be in tip-top shape after grinding 13 hours for the W3 Champions Finals as well. I don't know how active Ceron is. I read he became a father recently, so that's probably taking some time. And 7 a.m. for Ceron here. Things are a little different between Canada and New Zealand at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. But Ceron has always been sort of, Insup I would say needs to warm up because he's a very micro-based player. We were already talking about his surrounds, but I'd say Ceron, a much more strategical player. The last time I saw Ceron successfully defeat Insup was with Keeper Fairy Dragons, with a very, macro-oriented, strategical hit-and-run sort of style. So if Ceron continues that sort of a play style, doesn't necessarily need the mechanical warm-up, but he will have to with this Demon Hunter to avoid the potential surrounds at least.
Yeah, and I think it's a very fitting playstyle for when your ping is high, right? Because we're playing on BattleNet. New Zealand, of course, on the other side of the world. Not the greatest conditions for Ceron as always. And then not going into the crazy micro fights is probably a smart thing to do.
Yeah, shades of, how Foggy tries to play against Happy. You don't get into fights you don't need to get into because you will lose them. Take fights on your terms, take fights with the advantage. But right now, Insup, okay, I thought he may be going for an expansion, but he is just going to tech a very early level 2. The Illusion is going to scout that level 2. Also going to scout the +10 already Death Knight. That's kind of nice for the Lich in the future. Double Gloves of Haste isn't too bad either for the Demon Hunter, especially if you're going to be stutter-stepping a whole bunch to avoid surrounds. It can be great with the Gloves of Haste, but definitely items favoring Insup with the wards too. All right, these are pretty good.
Yeah, damn good items. I was about to say how good the gloves are when you get an orb, because then there's more poison damage, obviously. But
good point.
Yeah, this is a sick inventory for Insup. And now, let the games begin, man. He's trying to find his opponent, but splitting in 2 groups, actually. Interesting.
Ooh, yeah, 3 ghouls maybe going to be cloned onto some wisps in the main base. Oh, the coil. Okay, it's on the archer because he doesn't want to get greedy, but the slow.
He might be getting both. Ghouls are coming from the other side. Coil gets the DK. Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Number 1.
Number 1. I forget what I said. 6 or 5, but there's 1.
You said 6, I believe, but I don't know if the game will last much longer.
We'll see. Maybe Surround on Wisps could count, but yeah, I don't think Ceron quite calculated the damage from the 3 hits of the ghouls, but Insup beautifully doesn't go for the block, just gets his ghouls next to the Demon Hunter, gets 1 attack with each of them and throws a coil at the same time. A beautifully calculated play from Insup, but Ceron definitely on the back foot. Gonna lose a lot of wisps. That's gonna be at least 1, probably 2, probably 3 The claws are helping out, of course, a lot. Oh, 1 point surround? That's a surrounded Death Knight. Oh, what the hell, dude?
Debated. Well done. That's a TP force, and that might save Ceron the game, as damage is done. But kind of okay, I guess, for Insub still, because he's wreaking havoc in the main.
Oh, that's a Moonwell. He does use the Moon Juice right before it falls. Very important for Ceron. He's going to get one ghoul, potentially. Another Archer attack. All right, Insup does bring it back in. A couple of micro slips up from Insup, and the Naga now comes in for Ceron. He's going to confirm at least one more ghoul kill, probably two. So we'll see how much lumber damage was done to Ceron. If there wasn't a lot, okay, there was pretty decent damage done, but if he can macro out of this, I don't think he's in a terrible spot, despite the Demon Hunter loss.
Whew, okay, he gets one lore up. He's still got resources. Tier 3 will probably be late, but you don't want that at the moment anyway, I believe, since this is going to be Dryads. Lots and lots of Dryads. Insub on the other side. Tier 3 tech. Lich queued. Looks like standard follow-up with maybe even Fiends, which is of course not bad against Dryads per se.
Oh, the wand almost left there. The Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage from these creeps, but of course he's trying to not get everything surrounded. This is going to be a surround, maybe. No, there's two. All right, two to the menu. Maybe Town Portal going to be passed. Okay, but now the Demon Hunter is the one on the menu. Oh no, it's going to die. Ceron, oh, slips up, and that is tricky to deal with. LOL. Just woke up. GG. Jesus. All right. And I'm woken up now too, Neo.
That was a quickie, man. Jesus. Insub. Surround, I think 3 of them. Very, very cool pincer attack. Coming from the left-hand side, coming from the right-hand side. Everything came together, killed the Demon Hunter. And yeah, that derailed the game for Ceron quite quickly. You said it. Insub loves LR, and he showed us why.
Yeah, very early aura, very early aggression with the ghouls and the aura. And he gets value out of the coils despite there being mana burn on the field, and gets a lot of wisps, gets a couple hero kills, and that's all it takes in this matchup. Can sometimes end very early. I would say this matchup can end earlier than most. Certainly because of the surrounds like that, especially when you play the Insub style. But we'll see what the second map is. Could certainly be a better map for the Keeper openers.
Yeah.
For Ceron, which would make it harder for Insub to be this aggressive.
Yeah, and in general, should help Ceron as well. He can get a lot of kills after Entangle. Macroing a little with Treants is nice as well. I think Keeper is by far the better choice compared to the Demon. But LR, not too easy to get good levels, so hard to say. Got an update from the Mist versus Mnemonic game. It's 1-0 for the Brazilian. For Mist, who's playing Podem all the way so far. And we're waiting.
Yeah, he has been known to do Mass Huntresses. Actually, the series that I mentioned before, I hope I'm remembering this correct, but when he beat Todd, WCG 2007, he beat him twice with Priestess of the Moon Huntresses on Terranistan and Twisted Meadows, and then he lost on Turtle Rock with a Warden. So the 2 games he won against Todd, he won with a Podem, and he continues that trend.
On the battlefield of Duck versus Hunter, the game is still going on. It's in the early mid-game stage, so if you want to check that out, head over to Todd, as we're waiting for Ceron to call the map, and then go into our game 2. Match points for Insub.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if Duck's able to make it out of there against Hunter. Then he, honestly, if either player makes that out of there, they're probably the favorite against Mist or Mnemonic. Of course, there could be an upset for both sides, but if Duck makes it through, that'd be crazy to see him make it out today, especially playing Hunter in round 1. That's very unlikely, but that'd be quite the upset.
Do we have an update from Deuce and AB?
Yes, they went into game 3 recently, so it is 1-1. They went in about 20 minutes ago.
I did not expect that at all. I think I thought Deuce would just 2-0 him here.
AEB's style, from what I've seen recently, is kind of good for Undead Mirror. He does play Death Knight a lot first, doesn't play the Crippler too often, as does Deuce actually play a lot more Death Knight than he does Cripplord in Mirror. So if they have a Death Knight Mirror, Ted Fiend's Mirror, AEB has a very passive style where he just sort of creeps up the map, sells a lot of items, stays under 50, and then immediately breaks upkeep is what I saw him do a lot the last time I casted him. So he has a good style for just Ted Fiend's DK Mirror, I would say. His style probably works best for that matchup.
We'll see. Maybe we get a major upset here. And then the winner will be up against Insup and Ceron. Game is up. It's going to be Northern Isles. Playable
Standard
keeper map. Yeah.
Playable. The map that Foggy always vetoes against Happy, though.
Yeah.
Always.
It's Happy's home turf. I can understand. Yeah. Happy's just so good because abusing, quote unquote, the marketplace. Happy is the best at that at all.
Yeah, and you can play Warden here, but not the best Warden map. It's probably more likely a keeper, but it could also be a Demon Hunter again. It's a map where you can't play many different heroes. Could even be a different hero from Insup, but I doubt to see a fast expansion because, of course, why play 2 base when you can, play the more consistent style 1 base and just sort of win with mechanics?
That should certainly be in some style. He is starting this game 1-0 for the Canadian. Oceanist Gaming. Proud so far. And the favorite prevails on map number 1 after some cool surrounds, blocks, interceptions, etc., etc. Game number 2. Ceron. Time to wake up. Get that second coffee in. Slap yourself a little bit. A little water in the face. And let's try this again.
All right, first hero was something we mentioned before. We want to see a different one from Ceron. The Demon Hunter, it's not as though it's a bad choice, but you're kind of playing into Insup's strengths when you go for that Demon Hunter first. You kind of have to out-micro him with that stutter stepping, with that avoiding the surrounds, and he wasn't able to do so too well last game. Could be the ping, of course, again, worth mentioning, but I would like to see a keeper. Would even like to see, although it's not too standard anymore, the mass air style from Ceron. I think that is his best bet, really.
Not against that either. I mean, ferries are a little weaker now, thanks to the patch. Could still work, I guess. We have a keeper. That's nice to see. And we have an Engine of War. Not on the left-hand side, the Tuskas, but very close to an expansion. So yeah, we are switching things up.
Yeah, no Scout Acolyte for Insup. Sometimes you do see Happy, of course, going for a Scout Acolyte with the Ghoul opener, but none for Insup. No Jewel Ghoul either, as me and Bidu like to say, the Quick Scout Ghoul. So this Ancient of War will go uncontested for now. Of course, Insup's probably going to go try to get that Aura first before he goes across the map anyway. So this could be a very quick expansion creep into a very quick expansion, which I do believe is probably the best way to play against Undead currently. If it's Mass Air, if it's Mass Giants, if it's Bears, Mountain Giants, no matter what, I think just having that early expansion is the best way to play this matchup.
That does seem very successful. Yeah. With the Keeper, you can buy so much time that it's always working, and you got cool tools to defend it with the Engine of War, with Moonworld, with Wisps, of course. I like that as well. Foggy's paving the way in this matchup.
He really is, yeah. I got to interview him recently for Dust League, and what was once his weakest matchup we were talking about is now what he feels to be his most comfortable, his best matchup. So he really is paving the way, at least for Americans or people in the Americas, which we are right now, or people in Europe. He's really paving the way for those players. And then, of course, Laliat and Moon in Asia, players like that. Colorful even, recently. But yeah, he's been really, really great. And he's had a bunch of different success with a bunch of different styles.
What was the last one? I don't know that player. Is he good?
Colorful?
Yeah, this guy? I've never heard of him before.
He's all right. Some people are fans of him. Some people aren't,
They're probably without any clue at all. Club +9, pretty nice for the Keeper. Both leave each other pretty much alone. Grind up. Insup not checking yet. Is there a 6th Acolyte somewhere? Ooh, Lightning Shield. Gotta be careful with these ghouls.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be nice. And we could see Ceron even go into the main base. The Skeleton. Insup's been very good with the Skeleton Scouts recently. This is something I've noticed he's improved in this game. He's been extremely good at scouting. And there is a very quick expansion. This Lightning Shield could actually be the difference between holding some sort of early ghoul pressure, and not for Ceron, who is teching at the same time the Night Elf Special, the Night Elf Classic. Would love to see the Ancient War honestly reversed with that Tree of Life to keep it a little safer.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's looking pretty good for Ceron.
Needs a couple of archers more. Insup checks the shop. Did he buy that claw? No, I don't think so. I didn't see anything. Ceron is scouting for an expansion, which is good, but maybe he's a little too early. No, it's just a graveyard.
Oh, that's a mistake.
That's
a mistake from Ceron.
Big cancel immediately. Ouch.
Yeah, there's a good way to avoid that. You just make sure you know where the Death Knight is at all times. You just make sure you know where the ghouls are at all times. And we see Ceron has wisps in perfect positions to get that information, but he didn't use them to his advantage to defend that expansion. Instead, he just says, whoops, you canceled my expo. I guess I'll try again, but it was avoidable. But Insup now going to take the lead slightly, especially in the tech department. But Ceron's going to be level 3 soon.
Once again, only a graveyard, no second crypt. Can still go for like 1-2 Gargs or something, but why if he has to? One of mana stealing always decent against the keeper, but yeah, he's not okay. Ceron now level 3 needs to create some space and is trying again to go for this expo, as you said. He needs to find some kills soon.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to go in and try to pressure some of the creeping of Insup, but he doesn't quite get the read. I would love to see a Staff of Teleportation on this Keeper as well. I would also like to see one on the Death Knight, to be fair, against the Keeper style. But who's going to get it? There's, of course, only one shop. The expansion might be safe. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 archers and a Moonwell coming up. So I said it before, it looked pretty safe, but I think it's definitely safe now. And this is unorthodox. Okay. Haven't seen this before, but Entangle level 2. Kind of cool.
Well, against the DK sharking around. Is it though?
He even drops the item.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see this working. Insup's probably going to get both here. He's got the ping advantage. He gets both. He gets the flute. Oh, no. It's a cool little trick from Ceron, but it doesn't pan out. The dust, at least. Yeah, at least you got the dust, dude. At least.
Wow. Yeah. Little silver medal here. That was so obvious, though.
And you could pull it anywhere too. You don't have to pull it out into the middle. He could have pulled it, out to the left-hand side, or above by the Scorpion camp. He could have pulled it in different directions, but and then he sort of had the sunk cost fallacy of, I already pulled it. It's already half health. I guess I'll just try to finish it off. And Insup's right there. And now he's right at the expansion. He's starting to kill archers, but there's no dust. Losing 2 archers without dust is a big mistake, Ceron.
Wisp killed, not detonated. Prolongs the life of the Wisp and is once again forced to a second one. Oh, doesn't even hit 2 skeletons here. Shadow Melt is good. Of course, he gave up.
Oh, the Keeper's surrounded. This is a town portal back at the home of Insup.
Oh, does he realize
number
this?
3. Okay. It's a lot of damage, though, taken on the Keeper.
Also on the Demon. On the DK. He could still stab. Pretty solid so far. Lich is coming. Tier 3 as well. Slaughterhouse. Man. Aggressive in the south of the expansion, surrounding in the north. Insup, well done.
And this is the Foggy Keeper Demon Hunter Dryad style with the early expansion. But one thing that Foggy does a bit differently, he doesn't get his expansion canceled. So Ceron going to be a little bit behind economically, but I do think this is probably the best way to play against Undead currently. If you had to pick one strategy, the question is, does Insup know how to deal with this? Right now, bringing the units out would be a bad choice against the Entangle level 2, and he's going to pay for that with 1 ghoul at least.
Yeah, no mana on the DK at the moment. That's problematic. Maybe he can just surround the Keeper and kill it, but that's also quite hard.
2 ghouls. That's why you leave him the base. Generally, at this point in the game, you'll see Happy just bring his Death Knight and his Lich out, Staff of Teleportation on those heroes to save them, and go for archers. Try to lower the amount of units that Ceron has to creep the Demon Hunter up with, and then wait for destroyers and then go for a big push. But Insup, we see bringing his fiends out, bringing his ghouls out, and it already cost him a couple. Maybe going to cost him even more, but he has at least a coil now.
Wow. Is it time for Coil Nova on the Keeper? That's something that Happy does a lot as well. In the meantime, Demon Hunter, of course, has to creep as fast as possible, needs level 3 as fast as possible. And the Keeper, I guess, needs some kills. At least he's preventing the Lich from leveling.
Yeah, I think it's pretty well done from Ceron so far. And his expansion's mining. He's pumping those drives away. Actually going tier 3 already. A little greedy, perhaps. The Demon Hunter's been creeping up a storm as well, back at home. But the timing is coming. The Destroyer form's on the way. Perhaps a Tinker third, and this expansion is very vulnerable because Ceron went for such a greedy tier 3 tech.
Insup has no gold for Tinker.
A little bit shy.
Exactly. Also, only 2 ghouls. Would love to have some more. We don't really want to sell any of these items because they're all awesome.
Oh, he made the 3rd ghoul, but he rallied it to his DK. Whoops.
It's just a little support in the push. Mana Stone. Whoa.
Mana Stone. No DH level 3, though. No level 2 mana burn, but it's, of course, he would have to be creeping the lab, but the Ancient War is not in position to help Ceron creep that lab, so level 1 mana burn is going to have to be what he uses to hold this push. There's the Tinker third. Destroyer form is finished, and this push is looking scarier and scarier now with that Mana Stone as well on board.
Oh my god, Ceron has 1,300 gold. How?
Ooh. Where are the Moonwells, too? He's building a shop. Ooh, yeah, the macro slipping is kind of a big deal.
Nova Steel for the double level up. Sweet Prince Insub. Another kill as well. Oh, things are going sideways for the man down under.
Oh, 3 archers falling. Yeah, and Ceron doesn't have the extra Moonwells he needed to immediately go up to 60 supply with Dryads. He's going into Bears now, but he doesn't even have an orb yet. Doesn't have a second shot for the double orb. He's going to maybe get a kill, but there's a Destroyer up in the air now, and I just don't see Ceron being able to trade very favorably, especially with the lacking Moon Juice, soon to be the lacking supply number, because he's going to be down to 52 out of 50 soon.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Clockwork's if Ceron is not attacking, he's gonna lose all his Moonwells. If he's attacking, he's gonna lose all his army.
Yeah, just a little bit of a greedy build, honestly. The tier 3 tech, not essential that early. I would love to see him go up to maybe even 55, 60 supply Dryads, then go for that tier 3 tech, and this hold would be much easier for Ceron. But now, the lures are falling, the Moonwells are falling. He's trying to hold the expansion. He's gonna buy some potions, but he's not going to have master training for his bears if this lore falls.
It's close. It's close. He needs to buy some time. Of course, Insup doesn't know that this ancient is holding the bear upgrade. Gets it last second. But only 2 of them available now. Trying to go for the hero kill. Tinker with the frost
No way.
Actually survives this. Oh no, losing once again a bear, a Dryad, another Dryad. Everything's falling apart. Ceron, you're up early. Go to the bakery. Get some good stuff. Get a nice breakfast. Make some scrambled eggs. But this is not the semifinal for you, my man.
Yeah, you get some scrambled eggs. Ceron Insup's going to take another shot and go into the next round now. Maybe an entangle to force a town portal, but it's probably going to take more than an entangle because there's a Destroyer up in the air that's being beautifully microed, and now the Keeper about to fall. A couple of Fiend shots. Oh my god. 21 health. Shades of that Tinker surviving earlier, but now the lures aren't even up.
Nope.
There's no units.
Oh, he saves the Tinker behind the tree line. At least for now. Yep. Okay, and yeah, the base is getting slaughtered once again. Statue in the middle, healing everything back up. Tinker's still alive, and Ceron, well, he's not supply stuck. He did rebuild a very good amount of Moonwells.
Does that 1,500 gold as well? The second lore about to be up. He's got a single orb on the Demon Hunter. Can he get a second orb soon enough? Can he even get more health on his heroes? Mana burn, forcing all the mana to be low, but there is the Tinker back again. But the staff goes to the main base, and the Fiend is in front to block the Keeper. Oh no, it's Insup. Not a surround, but a block is going to seal the deal most likely in map 2.
That was a pretty quick series. What are we? Less than 30 minutes. And that does include the break between the games.
Wow.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah.
Rough awakening for Ceron.
Yeah, Ceron had the right idea strategically, I feel like, in map 2, just not quite the perfect details, and Insup found the opening. Honestly, you know, he didn't even really need the superior micro in this fight. He just sort of had the superior timing, and Ceron was not prepared to hold he didn't even really try to hold. We just saw him trying to, you know, buy enough time to have enough supply, but he still, at this point, does not. 59 against 44, 1,500 gold even, and the lures are gonna fall again.
Yeah, Insup did a very good job in distracting Ceron, so he can't level the Demon Hunter to 3. Oh, Call Nobody was close, big healing. DK might be stuck here. There's a TP. Ceron, are you surviving for a little longer? Yes, you are, apparently. Keeper! Oh no! Oh my god. Oh, is that brutal? That feels bad, man.
All right, time to build the lures again.
Yeah!
We held on. Does he have Wellspring? He doesn't actually have Wellspring, which would be a great upgrade to get. Of course, he's been lacking Lumber because these are the 5th and 6th Ancient of Lores of the game. This is shades of you know, an 18 base Night Elf player going for 6 lores. But here comes Insup again.
Yeah. Probably about to send him back to the lobby. He's constantly floating in so many resources. Not able to invest his gold into items or something, really. And never able to get... He's so far ahead, so far away from a level 3 Demon Hunter still.
Yeah, just shows. He was level 2.1 when this push started. Just shows how few units have died. I think 1 Fiend even only fell. Another Bear falls. The Altar gonna die now. Insup could just go for the Tree of Eternity, I feel like, even at this point.
Yeah, taking things slow, you know.
Yeah.
One step by step. Getting Ultra Vision now. A little bit of creeping. Big Invo Potion. Well, that's the way to spend your gold.
Let's buy all the items, whatever. Buy that circlet, buy the buy the Sobi mask for the keeper. I mean, you could afford it all, and you need something to hold on right now. So
yeah,
the Involve, a good purchase, I feel like.
He needs everything that he can get. Result from the other playgrounds. Apparently, Deuce 1-2-0, 2-1 against AEB. And this seems to be a clean 2-0. Oh, the Mana Necropolis by Insup. Right?
Build another one.
In his face. The typical get out of my game move.
Also gonna give him some blight. You know, could maybe upgrade it. Halls of the Dead. Get the tower there. It's not the cheapest tower, but it's effective. There is 4 bears. But even if there was no Fiends left on the ground, I feel like the heroes would be able to solo the remaining units, and Insup is expoing what was the main base of the player from New Zealand.
Yeah, I mean, if the Acolyte is here, why not? Still there, I guess. 4-3-2 heroes. Ceron is desperately trying to get that level 3 Demon Hunter, and 16 minutes into the game, he accomplishes that task. But Insup just continuing like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, if he got level 6-6 from this creep camp magically, Ceron, I don't know if he would hold still. Might be a bit closer.
Might
Metamorphosis. Might be.
One building after the next. 53 pop.
Supply, though. Not too bad, honestly. He's managed to get up a decent army. He's only got 1 lore, though. How
do you engage? Like, there's a bottleneck. This will be Nova. Focus fire by Fiends. This is so rough to engage into.
Alright, no shop at the back. Note, so there will be no potions purchased. Only a little bit of moon juice, about 300 in total. The bears will be a micro back. The bears are on top of the Fiend. The Tinker is low again, but we've seen this before, and it happens all the time. And Insup's closing the door, and Ceron's leaving the world behind. Tell me what song that was, Neo. Not the best song in the world.
I don't know, dude.
It's Foreigner.
That caught me off guard. Making song references here. Gotta be pay more attention. Lich in trouble. Insup losing that Lich all of a sudden. A Fiend surround on the keeper. The Tinker falls as well.
Wait a second.
Ceron losing 2 heroes. What? Are you kidding me? Insup still at 63. Barely anything left for Ceron except the 1,600 gold, of course. Killing another destroyer. Okay. Keeper in trouble here.
300 moon juice, and there he's going to use it. And there's only 1 lore again. Imagine if he had 2 lores in the shop to the back of this, producing bears. He has still 1,700 gold. Maybe go to the shop and buy a mana pot or something like that. I don't know. He's got that big invuln. Insup, what's his goal? That enough at least to get the Lich back. He's saturating the old main base of Ceron. But somehow Ceron is kind of finding a way to hold for the 4th time. But again, he's got to reproduce the lore. He's got to reproduce Moonwells. And he's got to hold his expansion.
Greater healing on the DK. It's the second big consumable on Ceron. He doesn't have to fear much at the moment. Like, the heroes are far away. He knows. And he's just... big Imble immediately. What the hell? Ceron, I guess, starting to have fun a little bit.
Rejuve over top, possibly. A Destroyer in the air, surround number 5. Coil, no! Before the heal goes off. And GG is called. A nice try to Ceron to hold on, but Insub just hit too clean of a timing, and Canada will be playing Canada.
Canada will be playing Canada. Undead will be playing Undead. Oceanus Gaming will be playing Dust Gaming. We know that feel from the recent American tournaments, of course. Yeah, it's going to be Insub in another match versus Deuce. And this will be for the regular season, right?
Oh yeah, this will be it. This will be the qualifying match for the first player to make it through, and the loser will go down and try again tomorrow, as will Ceron.
As will Ceron, indeed. We have more updates, maybe. Take a look. It is indeed Deuce with the 2-1. Mnemonic getting a map off of Mist. Look at this, chat, man. He said he's probably without any chance here. Everybody said that. Boom! There he is after defeating Carson in Anaheim. Also taking a map off of Mist. And do we have a result from Hunter as well? Or are they still playing? Wouldn't
no way
surprise me too much, actually. Nope. They're not playing anymore.
Refresh. Anyone on the Liquipedia? It seems as though... Okay, it still says 1-1. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Guess Hunter won, though. Okay, so we got our matches. Insub versus Deuce and Hunter versus Mist or Mnemonic. We go into a tiny little break to refresh. Oh, Mist won as well against Mnemonic. So 2-1 over there. That means we got all of our deciding matches for the day. Both of them. Insub versus Deuce. Hunter versus Mist. And the lower bracket tomorrow. We go into a tiny little break and then it's decision time here in the Americas. We're back in 4 minutes with the last game of the day. Be right back.